Hello everybody, welcome back here to the Kane23 Sports YouTube channel. Today we'll be going over our Florida Gators 2020 college football predictions. So last year the Gators, they had a pretty good year. They went 10-2 and obviously lost to Georgia last year as Georgia won the division, and they went on to lose to LSU. So Florida, they went to the bowl game and they beat Virginia in the Orange Bowl pretty easily. So so the Gators, they got some high hopes this year. They've got a still pretty good secondary, and taking us on now to our season trends. Let's go take a look at them here. As 2019 record 11-2 overall, as including the bowl win, and then some season trends here. September through October, they were 7-1. In November in the postseason, they were 4-1. So pretty good season here for the Gators, as they were pretty consistent the whole year, so good for them. And then the returning quarterback Kyle Trask, who had a really good year last year, as Felipe Franks went out, and Trask comes in and just has an amazing year. And Trask just had a great year, and good to have him back here. Are the Gators? Now they lose running back LaMichael Perrine to the NFL draft, as he was our starting running back, but they are returning their second-string running back Dameon Pierce, who will be a big factor here to the Gators' success. So they also lose their wide receivers Jefferson and Swain to the NFL draft. But they do return some wide receivers, but they are losing some of their two main guys, who are probably going to be their biggest losses. They return Kyle Pitts, who is probably one of the top tight ends in the NFL and a huge prospect for next year's draft. So, they lose one offensive lineman, which will be not really that much. They only lost one offensive lineman. Like other teams like Clemson, they lost like four. They lose two defensive linemen. That's gonna hurt, but I do think Florida will be able to recover there. They lost two linebackers, and then that'll be pretty big as well. But they do lose one in the secondary, which is a big part of their secondary being really good, because they only are losing one, and their recruiting has just been so good lately in the secondary that has always been Florida's best part about their team. Usually that we've seen is their secondary have a lot of success there. So the secondary is going to be really good, and But let's get into the prediction. All right, so here's a look at the Gators 2020 schedule, as he's open off with some pretty easy games here. First one against Eastern Washington. We're going to give you guys, so these are 4 games here. We're going to give you guys 4x4. So you beat Eastern Washington pretty easily. And then Kentucky, I expect to be around like a 14 to 21 point win for you guys there. And then at Tennessee, versus South Alabama, I'm going to give you guys a win. And then the big one at Tennessee, I feel like you guys are going to lose this one. It's one of your biggest games of the season. Also, I feel like Tennessee is going to want to start off strong this year, to open off the season strong. And they're going to get their key statement win against you guys and have their biggest one of the year come against Florida. So I'm going to have you guys losing this one here. It'll be really close, I feel like, but we'll see. I just feel like Tennessee's going to really want this game, because last year, if you guys remember, they started off really bad. They lost to like BYU, Georgia State, I think Georgia State, and then some other bad teams. So Tennessee wants to have a good year to start off. I feel like they're going to want to start off on a good note and beat you guys there. And then the other 2 games, the non-con games, Eastern Washington, South Alabama, their non-con games are usually pretty easy, and this year, again, they're very easy. So non-con games won't be tough. And then Kentucky, I expect it to be pretty close. I just feel like you guys will pull away there and win that one. I feel like, Kentucky's done in the past. They beat you guys in the past, so you can't overlook that game. And the next 4 games here versus South Carolina, I'm going to give you guys the win here. I feel like South Carolina, you guys could lose to them. You guys really could. And then versus LSU, one of your biggest home games, probably your biggest home game of the year. I'm going to give you guys the win here. Big win here for you guys. Beating LSU at home, I feel like, in the Swamp, because you guys battled them pretty hard in Death Valley last year. it was like 14-point game. So, yeah. At Ole Miss, this could be a game I feel like you guys can lose. This will be a game I feel like you guys have to look out for. Ole Miss is going to be a really good team next year, but I'm going to give you guys a very, very close win. Maybe win off a field goal. But, yeah. And then versus Georgia, the rivalry, if you guys already saw, I do have Georgia winning the division in the Georgia predictions. I feel like Georgia's a better team. I feel like they got a pretty good defense. It'll be a neutral field, and I feel like Georgia's going to win again this year in a very close one. Very, very close one. This can go either way. I'm picking Georgia, though, because I feel like they're going to be the better team. But, Florida can't win it. I feel like, again, like I said, it'll be very close. And the Gators will barely lose, maybe on like a seven, like something less points per game. 7 points or less, probably their Gators are going to lose there. Yeah, let's go look at the next 4 games here. That actually, I forgot to mention, this is going to be a very tough stretch. Those 3 games here versus LSU, at Ole Miss, and versus Georgia. Those 3 games are all pretty losable. You guys can lose maybe either 2 of those games. Either 3 of those games, you guys can lose. Yeah, let's get to the next 4 games here. Pretty easy here. You guys 4 wins here at Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt's not a good team. They're really going to struggle next year. An easy road to win. You guys will blow them out. And, yeah, versus Missouri. Missouri, same thing. Not too good of a team. I expect you guys to beat them here pretty easily at home. And then versus New Mexico State, I'm going to give you guys a easy win. Ending off the season is going to be really easy. Maybe the Florida State game, you guys can struggle a bit, but I don't expect you guys to struggle with having a decent D-line, and Florida really losing some. Florida State just really not having a good offensive line. So, yeah, I expect you guys to go 10-2 for the season. I expect that will be your record. That is my record prediction for the Florida Gators in 2020, 10-2. That has been it for this video, 22 record prediction. Let me know what you guys have the Florida Gators going down below in the comment section. Other than that, it's been Kane23 Sports signing out. See you guys in the next one. Peace out.